Yo, what's cracking, baby? We're going to be looking at hole number 1 for the breakdown. All right, here we go. Up first is Iceberg. Basically, we hit this 5 times in a row. So basically, it's I can't hit it with the rock there, so I go to the Thor's hammer. Basically, it's either 3 or 3.2 top spin. You got to have to play with it just a little bit, but full right spin. You want to set it up between like the red ring near splitting that straight line to the rough there. If you were to go straight up vertical, it's a good set point. 2.7 is, I'm sorry, 3.2 is the drive. It's max plus 10%. You lean it to the right just a little bit. Now on this one, this variation is the lowest one. It comes out to 342, as you can see right here. So we're going to kind of start looking at the scale on this. You're going to go 10% elevation. And at this particular point, I believe I do 23%. Okay. So that comes out to 2.3. Now notice where that line is down there by the sand trap. I'm quite a bit further ways up there, so I use 23%. Now notice the right side right here. Later on, I find the funnel a little bit more on the right side here. I'll show you a couple where I was a little bit more to the left, but that, if you push it to the right side over there, that's where the funnel is, down over that low right. So over in that area. I think I move it over even more. Let me see here. Yeah, see it over there? So move it back a little bit more. All right, so this is 23% slider plus 10% elevation, 2.3. And we can probably start making a cheat sheet notebook on the yardages. But I do have an anomaly with one of them I want to show you. All right, so that's dead nuts on that one pretty much. So we'll see 2.0 with a rock 8. Now, if you got the 8, you're good. If you don't have the, higher than that, you need to go Thor's hammer or extra mile. It looks like I use only 3 top spin with this one, but I want you to see something. Full right spin. Max plus 10% on all these on the drive. And you lean to the right on each one as well. Just lean it.
Perfect shot.
Okay. $346. So we climbed up the ladder just a little bit. So that means it's going to be coming down to, I believe, 10 or 15% on the slider. Let's see, I think we used 10. Yeah. So we got 10% on the slider, plus 10% elevation. Now notice I'm on the left side a little bit now. I haven't found that true funnel to the right yet. This was the very first one on the live stream, and this was the very first one. So I don't have the true. I've got a baby funnel, but it ain't the bigger one. It needs to be a little bit lower right down there. So the call is 2.2. And there's Endoho. All right, so now we're climbing the ladder a little bit more. So here we go with Iceman, my main. So basically, same deal. The Rock 8, if you got a Rock 8, use it. It's going to help you with a great right or a great left. If you don't have that, make do with what you got. So look, I go 3.2 on this one. Now notice it's going to actually carry a little further now. We're going to be down to like 350 or so. We'll see here in just a second. So I hit a great right, and it's going to hop right over the edge. You know, we got the rock, so we're real good right here. The only thing is we're a lot closer now too because we hit a great right. So I originally in the live stream, that's 350, so we've been climbing the ladder. I was originally at 5% slider, and then I decided in the live stream to go 0.1 more. So I'm just going to go ahead and set the slider now in here, which is 1.8. 5% is going to be 1.7. But we still use 8. 1.8 is going to be 8%, 10% slider. Okay. Now I'm still to the left side here. I find a little bit of that funnel here, but you'll see a little bit more here in just a second where I move it low right, because there's a couple more that I want you to see, because you're going to see a variation here in a second. So 1.8 is the call, and we hit the perfect boom.
Perfect shot.
And pretty much dead nuts. Pretty much dead nuts. So let me show you now this one, which is that's ISO. Let me show you this one first. I think ISO is the variation. All right, so basically, let's just get down there to the yardage. We're just going to speed it up now to get down to the yardage. 348. So now we've had 42, 46, 48, and 30. I'm sorry, 50. So now you've seen a pretty wide range. But I think we use 15% here. So we stay with 15%. But notice how I'm to the right side down here now. It's a little bit more prominent down this lower right side, and you just push it to the hole. See it down there? It's a lot more prominent down that low right side. So I would say, kind of make sure you do that. Notice that you just put a couple left spin or so to get you down there. And 2-2 is the call. But notice, we're going to be at what did we say, 15% on this one?
Perfect shot.
And this one comes in with some touch. So a little softer than I'd like. So make sure you push up just a little bit. Now here is the anomaly. Watch this one. I actually drove this a little further. Right here. 351, right? So technically, remember when we hit the great right with the main account, we were closer. But we're actually still to the left a little bit. But did you see what happened there with that? See that? I used 23% on the slider. So I went the wrong way on the thing. But just notice, I just want you to see this. Still 10% elevation. So watch this push here. We still find the funnel down there. And I think this is kind of what kind of helps me out a little bit is that I'm a little over, but I think it just lands just right in that funnel. And so it looks like we may have a little bit of wiggle room here. I just used the lines there, okay, 2-1.
Perfect shot.
And that one goes in the hole too. So, that one was technically supposed to be a little bit, longer by maybe 0.1, maybe 0.2. It should have pulled a little longer. But in general, take all those vids and make a little scale between 42, 46, 48, and that'll help you guys. All right, y'all have a great night, and that is hole number 1 breakdown from the Iceman.